Coming to you live in the Dawn Arena, it's Dawnmination. I'm Mad Vyking.
And I'm Dirk Mahoney.
Tonight's match is going to be a little bit of a low-budget slasher movie. The two lucky contestants are the burly Numbskull versus the infernal mage Jill Weene. As for her, she's the result of what happens when an egotistical dictator and his lackey blow up a ball, which disfigured her face. She managed to take her revenge by her power armor that was specifically made for her. She's now a conduit for the damned souls like the Grim Reaper. She doesn't kill people, though, but she can use fear to her advantage, as well as her infernal toxic blast and whips and chains. Her signature move is the Haunt.
And we have Numbskull. Real name Billy Samuel. He grew up with some not-so-nice brothers, but a very supporting grandmother. He learned he had the special power of toughening up his body after all the constant falls from various places around the farm. After I don't know if I can read that part. He becomes a beacon for those who suffer under abusive hands and destroys those that inflict pain against him. His super thick skin allows him to take as much damage as humanly possible, while also being a real brute with his superhuman strength. Oh yeah, and he uses the crowbar. His signature move is the Brutalizer. Now that we've talked about the two, we'll bring you live with Finny backstage. Finny? Wait, what's her last name?
G'day there. And to answer Dick's question, it's Finny Lemonade Palakike. A real tongue twister. I'm here backstage with the two fighters, one of which is Numbskull. How's it going, Numbskull? You're all set and ready to go to beat up the bullies like you mentioned before? Wait, why do you call Jill that when she didn't even do anything to ya?
The reason Numbskull called Pumpkin Lady Bully is example for what Numbskull do to criminals in the streets.
That makes sense. You got anything to say about Jill?
Numbskull is going to make sure she is sent to hospital with each layer of bone snapped and cracked. Then, Numbskull will pay her a visit again and show her the necklace Numbskull made with her own broken teeth.
Okay then. Now we got Jill. I suppose you heard what Numbskull said about ya. I'd watch myself in all directions just in case when you get to the ring with this madman.
Not like I care what he says. I know what I'll do, but I'll keep it secret just in case he gets any second-hand ideas.
Great thinking there, mate. You got anything to say about that, Blake?
I'll make Numbskull more numb after this. Who knows? His big old head will probably crack from all the damage I'm gonna do to him.
Thanks for those words. That's the interview of the two. Back to you, Manadake.
Appreciate it, Finny. Coming up soon is the fight in Dawnmination.
Our first Dawnminator of the night, standing 5 foot 1 inches tall and weighing in at 117 pounds, it's the Pumpkin Spice Punisher, the girl in your nightmares, Jill Weene. Their opponent, our second Dawnminator of the night, standing 6 feet 8 inches tall and weighing in at 288 pounds, it's the meathead under a burlap sack, Numbskull.
Okay, you two. Keep it fair, keep it clean, shake.
I know I'll just win this match just from the way you act, meathead.
Numbskull crush you like a bunch of pumpkins.
Let's get ready to Dawnminate!
The first round has started. Jill got the match rolling with a chain thrown right at Numbskull. Numbskull fought back by grabbing a hold at the end of the chain and yanked it to bring Jill forward to him. Jill used that to her advantage, using that yank to come right after him with a blast of infernal and toxic energy right at his face. That left Numbskull a little dazed, which was all right for Jill to make another move. She tried to pull that chain away from Numbskull, but his strong hands were still holding on that thing like a dog-played tug-of-war.
Those two are twisting away from each other, making that chain between them get tighter and tighter. and the chain broke, leaving it for the two to use to their advantage. Jill jumped up from the turnbuckle a few feet in the air before gliding towards Numbskull. He ducked her, but that's exactly what she wanted as she used that chain to wrap it around his neck and put him in a submission hold.
Numbskull don't like you very well.
Numbskull just grabbed Jill by the cape to rip her away and threw her right into the ground. Now she's getting assaulted by him, throwing his fist into the ground to cause an earthquake around the ring. Jill used the chain again to get herself back up on top of one turnbuckle, taunting Numbskull as she got there.
Yang, you wear that bag on your head to hide how ugly you look.
Numbskull not ugly. Numbskull handsome.
Ooh, that wasn't nice. Numbskull's charging right at Jill like a bull over to where she was. Oh, Jill moved out of the way at the last second for his face to meet the top of the turnbuckle. Now Jill's using that time to glide in the air and blasting him away with a few infernal blasts until it looked like his whole body just got toasted up. Numbskull still got back up, knowing that he's putting this super thick skin to the test. He's dusted his clothes from that blast. He's now looking up in the air to do something. Bending real low, he jumped up right in the air like a kangaroo. Numbskull grabbed Jill with a crowbar. He's sending her down.
Jill Weene got slammed right down onto the floor with a tombstone. He's pinning her.
It's a kick out. Jill's holding her head from that gruesome tombstone. Figured that, with a tough guy like him, her powers could be useless.
Or so we thought. Jill got out her whip and cracked it at Numbskull. Numbskull tried to stop the bullwhip, but it slipped away before he could snatch it. He's trying to reflect those whippings back with his crowbar, but his arms are taking the damage from the whipping. His shirt sleeves are all torn up, and his skin is covered in bruises. This is going to be hard for him to try anything with all those bruises. Wait, he's about to do something.
Oh, wow. Numbskull ducked low from that whip and ran over to her with a knee to the gut. Now he lifted Jill up to the sky and he's twirling her around before slamming her down. Jill's getting her soul squeezed from Numbskull's bear hug. She could take the squeeze. Looks like she blacked out. Now she's getting dragged into the middle of the ring for Numbskull, doing a frog splash on the turnbuckle. Oh, that got her hurt. He's pinning her.
It's a kick out. Jill's still conscious. That's crazy. How does she keep up with his painful bouts?
This powered suit of mine can take as much damage as you talking marshmallow.
Numbskull got scalded with the flames from Jill's flame blast, then another right at his masked face. As he was trying to put them out, Jill gave Numbskull a super kick right to his jaw. He's holding his face now, not sure if she made him bite his tongue underneath that mask, but I bet that hurt. Numbskull didn't get a moment to recuperate from that damage as Jill gave Numbskull another few blows to his gut and swept his feet with an infernal chain.
Oh, that was a cheap shot.
That's the first round. We'll be right back with the second round of Dawnmination.
What a twerp this guy is. Look at his face. Can't we smash him in?
Look out, no, my failures! Yeah! Well, loser.
Welcome to the Vibara Bay Detention Center, convict. I hope you like the view between these old dime bars.
What? Don't I get a complimentary bar of soap and a towel? This place sucks already. And all these people here, they look like they want to kill me.
Shut the hell up. Want me to send you to solitary confinement instead?
No, Sheriff.
That's what I thought, convict. Make yourself at home, your cellmate already dead.
Cellmate? Oh no. I bet it's one of them burly types. Them inmates that are 8 feet tall and do butt stuff.
Hey, I got me a friend in this here can.
Oh, it's just you, Bubba.
What you in for, feller?
What do you want to know? I bet you got thrown in here for all that weird feet crap that you do all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
They done told me I'm in here for attempted murder. I tried to grab me some feats, but now that you're in here with me, and with them feats... Ouch! My neck!
The hell's wrong with you?
Oh, this here thing? Well, you see, I likes me the feet so much that them cops gave me this here fancy-ass necky lace. Each time I want to get them feet, they just shock me silly. They think it's supposed to curb my fixating or the feet. But joke's on them, I'm still on the hunt for them.
Yeah, whatever.
What about you?
Public intoxication. After that damn owl got in my head, things didn't go too well for me. And apparently, it's illegal for a man to have a bad day and wind up in a dumpster in the back of a Mexican restaurant drinking a fifth of vodka. And here I thought this was America. I'll tell you one thing, I definitely didn't piss myself on the way to the holding cell. Hey, don't you laugh at me.
You wouldn't face me in a drinking game. I can down 3.5 jugs of moonshine without breaking a sweat.
I'll break you if you don't get away from me.
Okay there, Zuby, calm yourself, since you want to be the tough kind. Ooh, you want to hear how I got in here?
No thanks, I'm good.
So here's the story of how I done got myself thrown in the slammer. I was making my rounds after that whole debacle with that Shroomer boy, and still wanted some feats to play with. I was traveling far and wide trying to get me some of them feats. I heard about this here documentary about a bunch of little people out in that New Zealand that had all these big old juicy feats, and I just had to have me some. So I done flew on out there, looking in their little hobbity holes, trying to get them, and wouldn't you know it, it was all a fake. Now, do you know what that does to a man?
This jail time's gonna suck.
Juicy parrot feet, and they turn out to be plastic. Welcome back to the second round. What we've seen so far is Jill using her abilities of Infernal Fires and Cold Steel Chains against the big dumb brute known as Numbskull. But Numbskull gave her a piece of his mind with brutal slam-downs and punches.
And we can't forget how Numbskull just takes all that damage without a problem. I mean, he's as tough as a superhero.
Even like Aquaman and Bouncing Boy?
Well, most superheroes.
Looks like Numbskull going to beat sense out of you.
The second round has started. Numbskull cracked his knuckles before charging right at Jill. Jill jumped over Numbskull at the last second to make him fall right onto the ropes. That was perfect for her, using one chain to wrap his wrist with those chains behind his back. Numbskull didn't appreciate that, running right after Jill again. She jumped over him, gliding away and a few feet above the ring. She's flying around for a good while, looking right down at her opponent. Numbskull tried to yank that chain out of his wrist, but was scalded by the infernal flames and fused into those chains to even break them loose.
Jill rained down infernal bombs on Numbskull as she's flying above him. Numbskull's trying to run for cover, dodging all the energy bombs as he can. Ooh, one of them knocked him right on his back. He's not out just yet, though, just inches close from getting out of the ring. Just as he reached for the ropes, he was thrown back with another energy bomb, blasting him in the face. He is down.
Jill flew back down into the ring, starting to do one more special trick.
Time to give you a fright before you fall.
Oh, God. Jill, what's she doing?
I think she's summoning ghosts into his brain. Numbskull's standing there like he's frozen in place. Jill could have just given him brain freeze.
No, please not again.
Or a brain melt? What's going on in his head that's causing him to be like that?
Numbskull didn't mean to harm them. Numbskull really didn't mean it. Numbskull hates looking at Numbskull's mirror each night, remembering horrible times.
Perhaps I did it too hard. Nah, I didn't go hard enough.
Uh-oh, Numbskull slamming his fist down on the ground like a gorilla. He's freaking out!
Numbskull hates bullies!
Numbskull's going postal! He's charging right at Jill, swinging his crowbar with a frenzied scream. Jill's trying her best to get out of the ring, but Numbskull is still on her tail.
I think I can see some foam leaking out of his mask or something. He's that mad. Jill's now hiding underneath the ring, but that's nothing to Numbskull. He grabbed the side of the ring and slowly lifted the ring to reveal the underside. Hey, I think I saw one of my missing socks in there.
Oh yeah, my leftover egg salad sandwich.
That's a sandwich? It's got mushrooms all over it.
Mushrooms? Could it mean? Nah.
Numbskull hates bullies. Numbskull make you pay.
Get away from me, you big weirdo. You're the bully.
Jill blasted Numbskull in the face to blind him when getting out from under that ring with something in her hand. She must have got it while she was hiding under the... She's got a steel chair!
Numbskull just turned the whole ring upside down, running after her like a ferocious wolf, going for the kill. He's pushing anything and everything in his path out of the way, just to get as close to Jill as possible. Oh!
Even us.
Time to do a real special trick.
Oh! While Jill's gliding, she bent the steel chair with her infernal energy and turned it into a sculpture of a pumpkin. Now she sent it flying towards Numbskull.
Bully going to be taught a lesson. Numbskull makes sure of it.
Numbskull used his crowbar to latch onto that steel pump and that's thrown at him to give him leverage. Jill's throwing another few energy blasts, but he's going to use those as a boost. He's flying right at Jill.
Oh! Numbskull just hooked that crowbar right into Jill's leg, dragging her down and slamming her into the upside-down ring. Both of them just crashed right into it. Now Numbskull's grabbed Jill, and he's about to give her the beatdown of a lifetime.
Oh! Numbskull gave Jill a brutal backbreaker. He's holding on to Jill with a submission hold. That's getting more and more painful by the second. Oh! Jill's back in the floor. She's tapped out. Numbskull wins!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Numbskull!
Numbskull did it! Numbskull have beaten the bully!
Here you go, Jill. A bottle of aspirin and an ice pack. You don't have to say anything about losing that match. I know how you feel.
Yeah. Ow.
Oh, come on. How come Jill gets to have ice packs and we don't? Numbskull hit my nose when he crashed us.
Yeah, and my designer glasses are ruined. Well, that's no problem. I have a spare. I mean, you're really cool if you have a spare pair of sunglasses just in case one gets broken.
Well, at least I know where he spends most of his paycheck doing commentary for the show. That's the match for tonight. I'm Mad Vyking.
And I'm Dirk Mahoney.
And this was Dawnmination. Stay safe, Millennium City, and good night. Papers, staples, old computer desktops that are outdated OS, printers that has not enough ink to smash to pieces. What does it all mean? Well, it's what's going to be for the special match coming soon.
2 lucky fighters will use the props that we borrowed from our headquarters office.
See this office-themed match on April 29th in the Dawn Arena in Dawnmination.